Mousewheel scrolls the page down then up, or up then down. On my Windows 7 system, and in all programs, when I scroll down with my mouse, it will scroll partway down then scroll partway up. It is totally erratic and is driving me crazy. I do have a wireless keyboard/mouse, but I do not use the mouse, as it does not work. I have replaced it with a wired mouse. I have tried adjusting the mouse settings, number of lines to scroll, and turned off acceleration, as I think it was called. Does anyone know how to fix this?
I just switched the number of scroll lines from the default 3 to 5 lines, and this seems to have stabilized the erratic behavior.
It's dust? No, really, it happened to me many times, and the cause so far has always been dust inside the mouse. It gets trapped in the scroll wheel and interferes with the sensors. In order to solve it, open it and clean the wheel, or, if it's a cheap model, I recommend buying a new one.
Assuming that the amount of back scroll is only a single click of the scroll wheel and not halfway up or down the page, then what you describe is typical of wheel mice, especially older ones. If you open a wheel mouse and look at how the scroll wheel mechanism works, you'll see that it has a series of bumps inside the wheel, and a spring that presses against the bumps to cause the click while feeling. Moreover, you'll notice a series of thin slits on the face of the wheel through which a small beam of infrared light passes, and the mouse detects the interruptions as the wheel rotating. The problem is that the bumps inside the wheel, resting positions, are not always perfectly aligned with the slits. This can be exacerbated with age due to wear. As such, when the wheel is rotated, the mouse thinks it has stopped scrolling, but when you release the wheel, it settles in the bump, causing a slight rotation forward or backward. There's not a whole lot that can be done about it, but one option is to open the mouse and remove the spring altogether, the one with an end inside the wheel, not the one holding the wheel up. Personally, I find it better because then the mouse has no clicking at all and feels smoother. In fact, it is quite desirable because excessive clicking with some mice can create a big headache due to all the vibrations. The problem, of course, is that if the wheel is too loose, then it may spin too freely and cause its own erratic scrolling issue.
If it has a mechanical wheel encoder, swap the encoder with a new one. It'll need some soldering and an identical sized mechanical encoder. Recently I disassembled a mechanical encoder. By the looks of it, there is no way to service it. The three-legged spinning prone is too thin and fragile. No way to delicately scratch off some potentially presented oxidation/dirtiness on any of the contact surfaces. I got no tweezers and other more sophisticated tools, so I just roughly scratched the opposite contact stripes and bended the prongs towards the stripes further, only to find out the scrolling reaction has gotten worse after assembled the whole mouse back together.